Hey guys, this is a video for Jingle Bell Rock guitar number 2. Alright, so we're going to go through, let's talk about it a little bit. There's a lot to this song, but I'm sure you guys can get through it. You have a lot of time for the Thanksgiving break, so let's start with the F sharp. Alright, so we have F sharp in the key signature, 2nd fret, 1st string, or 4th fret, 4th string, when we're down there at measure 5. Alright, now one thing to keep in mind is you are the harmony, so sometimes things don't sound just beautiful. Alright, sometimes they're a little bit funky, but when you put them with guitar 1, they sound very nice. Alright, so keep that in mind. You also have a G sharp in the 3rd measure, 1st fret, 3rd string, no big deal. Alright, now in the 5th measure you have an A flat, which is also on the 1st fret, 3rd string. Now you may be wondering, why is it a G flat and an A sharp, or A sharp and a G sharp and A flat, sorry. Why are they the same? Well, that's because A, G is open. There's only one thing in between. It's either a G sharp or an A flat. They're what we call enharmonic equivalents, all right? So different letters, but the same pitch. All right, no big deal, no big deal. Little theory lesson there. Now, in the 2nd ending, measure 9, you have a C sharp, all right? So it's going to be on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. And it's going to go down to a C natural, which is on the 1st fret, of course. All right? Now, at the end of measure 10, you have F naturals. All right? So instead of playing the 2nd fret, you're going to play the 1st fret. All right? Now, that F natural only sticks to the end of the measure, of course, because if you have a sharp inside the measure, it only stays until the end of the measure. All right? Now, you got an A sharp at the end of measure 12, at the end of the page, which is 3rd fret, 3rd string. All right, and feel free to make little notes on those things right at 3-3 if you need to remind you of where we're at. I think that's about it. Oh, you have an E flat, which I'm not sure if you played before. 4th fret, 2nd string, and that's located in measure 22. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play along with a handy-dandy little metronome, and we're going to see if we can get this going, okay? So, we're just take it from the top. We'll play that first little section 2 times because it's repeat. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Alright, so a little bit of dissonance, right? We just we don't like the way it sounds sometimes. Don't worry, sit on those notes, make them really pretty, and I guarantee you when you hear them both together, sound beautiful, but by itself there's a little dissonance, so just keep that in mind. Now, let me explain. At the end of the 2nd line, you have a repeat. You go back up to the beginning. Now you play measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now at measure 6, instead of taking the 1st ending that has the 1, you're going to jump down to the 2nd ending at 9. And the reason that we do that is because we're heading to the bridge and it's a little bit different, so they wanted to make it a nice transition. All right? So right at measure 5, the 2nd time you're going to go 9, 1, 2, 3. All right, no big deal, no big deal. Now notice that it sounds a little bit funky, but trust me, as long as you play the right notes, it's going to sound beautiful inside the context of the piece. All right. Now, one thing that I haven't talked about is I haven't talked about how similar your rhythm is to the actual song. All right. Your rhythm is exactly like the song, so if you can sing the song, which I recommend doing a few times, you can definitely play these rhythms, especially at 5 where the rhythms get a little bit funky, right? Because you're going. So especially with those rhythms, if you're singing snowing and blowing and bushels of fire, idea as the verse. All right. Now, when we get to the bridge, you've heard that it's a swell time. Same idea here. So you have three. I know those notes are going to be hard to ignore, but listen. Sounds right? It's because it has a harmony in it. All right? Then you're at the outro verse, 90% the same as the actual verse, all right? But let's do this. We're going to play from the beginning. We're going to take the repeat. We're going to go back. And when we get to 5 and 6, we're going to take the second ending, play measure 9, and then keep on going through the bridge. So I'm going to play 2 measure 19 so that you can play with me and with the metronome. So here we go from the top. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Repeat. Second ending, rest. 2, 3. I'm sorry. 2, 3. Rest. Sorry, I started reading actually guitar 1 when I turned the page. So let's take it from the bridge. All right, from the bridge. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. We're going to take it one measure, the pickups to the bridge. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Rest. 4. All right, easy peasy. Now we're at the outro verse. Now remember, it's 90% of what you've already done. So you're going to go 4, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's talk about that G sharp because I don't know if we talked about it before. Four beats on this G sharp, right? But you have an E on top, so it sounds pretty okay with the guitar 1. And then at C, you go 1. That's crazy. All right, it sounds really dissonant by itself. But let's see if we can play it with both those things. So measure 22, both parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sounds really good with the other ones, right? Because it's like da 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 da. So measure 22 would be 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it sounds like the song with the other part. All right, and then ba da 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 da. That's right at measure 25, yeah. Alright, so just measure 25 and 26. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you repeat back to the beginning again. It says Diez al coda, take the repeat, which means that you go back up to the verse, play the entire verse to measure or to the first ending, repeat it, take the second ending. Okay, so now we're at 9. Bridge, outro verse, all the way to where it says to coda, and then you jump to the coda. All right, so the coda is just the last little ending part, and what it is we call it a tag. All right, and it kind of fits in. We're gonna play the whole entire thing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play guitar 1. All right, since your rhythm is almost exact. In fact, I'm looking at it right now. Your rhythm is exact as guitar 1. I'm going to play guitar 1 so that when you play guitar 2, you can actually hear both of them happening at one time and play them together. So let's do that. Maybe it might be helpful for me to play guitar 2 first and then a guitar 1 so you have 2 individual things to practice with. Let's try that. I'll play guitar 2 all the way through, and then we'll go back and I'll play guitar 1. That way you can play along with it. Here we go. Guitar 2. All right, this is your part. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Second ending, rest. 2, 3, 2. 2, 3. Rest. 4. 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, repeat. Measure 3. 4. 4, rest. Repeat. 4. 2nd ending, rest. 2, 3. Let's take that bridge. Here we go. Pick up to the bridge. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 4, rest. Outro verse. 2, 3, 4. 4, rest. Rest. 2, 3, 4, out. All right, now notice I went to a coda, all right, at the end. Now I'm going to play guitar 1. You can play it along. You probably prefer to play with guitar 1. So here we go. Guitar 1, you play guitar 2. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. repeat. 4. 4. Second ending, rest. 2, 3. 2, 3. Rest. Out reverse. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4, and you're out. All right, give that a couple listens to, and if you have any questions, let me know and I will answer them. All right, good luck.